Okay. On Iran, are you able to tell us like the latest on the talks after there's been so much reporting about the U.S. proposal, which is effectively allowing Iran on a limited basis for low-level uranium enrichment for a TBD period of time? Is there going to be a new round of talks anytime soon?
Well, you did see the President Trump tweet, didn't you?
Yes, but I didn't think that would completely negate the reporting.
I appreciate that. I think that's the biggest guffaw I've had here. The thing that matters when it comes to American policy and what's happening is what President Trump thinks and says. This is the Trump administration. It is sometimes an unusual communication structure, as we've learned here in this very room. But the fact is, President Trump tweeted that there is going to be no uranium enrichment. Does the President of the United States, not just any president, but Donald Trump, does his opinion that he makes public trump news media reports? I think so. No, you know better than that.
No, as in the whole sticking point here is to try to come up with some sort of a formula that's going to be acceptable.
Well, that's a very different thing than what you just noted. So let me just make sure it's clear. The President has made clear and is the final word, obviously, and has been literally the final word in this regard, there will be no uranium enrichment. Now, if you're seeing reports about what the deal is, obviously that's incorrect. The President leads this. The President guides this. It is his guiding hand. It is the American people are happy with that. They elected him for his expertise and his focus. So President Trump's, not quite sure where you would think where President Trump's statement would not be the final dynamic here, and that, in fact, maybe reports could be wrong.
That's not what I said.
All right.
So are you saying that there was no proposal verbally or
I'm not going to comment
to the Iranians?
I'm not going to comment on how the negotiations,
enrichment.
Humaira, you know, I'm not going to comment on the process of negotiations. We've been as clear as we can with the various negotiations, the discussions that have been going on over a period of weeks, and there's been readouts put on those, and some elements of some details, but you can't discuss the nature of what a negotiation is because there's many elements involved and many different intentions involved, and the end result we won't know until it's over. So I'm not going to say if there was a submission or what the details were. What I do know that is public and blunt is the President of the United States statement about what it won't be, and that is the one thing we know at this point. All right, yes, sir.
On Iran, any idea about the next round of talks, when and where it will happen?
No.
And the other question, Senator Schumer yesterday accused the president on folding on Iran and said that the administration is getting ready to sign a secretive side deal with Iran. Any comments on this?
No. What I can say, though, of course, is that the maximum pressure campaign on Iran remains in full force. All right? Yes, ma'am.